Clink. They'll have to kill me before I go back.
I was in here for 32 years, kid. Complain again. See what happens.
Come on, let's go.
We should be safe in here. What the hell is that?
It's a computer, man. Missed out on a lot of stuff since we got into prison. This is gonna tell us everything we need to know.
Oh, what's been going on in baseball?
I don't know, but there's no way that Hank Aaron's record could have... Barry Bonds?
What the hell's the matter with his head?
It's huge. Oh, man! Lance Armstrong cheated?
Who's Lance Armstrong?
He's a biker! He's famous.
OJ. Good God, man. The Cubs played 9 games at Wrigley?
The future of sports sucks!
Oh, man, it's nothing like the good old days. Oh, yeah, we'd like to turn ourselves back in, please.
We'd rather live in prison again than in a world where Barry Bonds is a home run champion.
Plus, it's your box score on movie night. Hurry up, it starts right now. Can I keys through this?
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, the Danettes, of course, in Milford. It is all tied up between the Blackhawks and the Lightning, as the Blackhawks did it, I think, late in Game 4. Sure. Paulie, as a fan, would you rather see your team completely dismantle the opposition, or do you want to see a well-fought battle?
I'm kind of I'm a producer first. I'm not going to act like I'm a hardcore Blackhawks fan. I like them. I hope they do well. But I'm a producer before I'm a fan these days. And I want 7 games for the Blackhawks. I want an incident in the game. I want drama, just like I do with any other series. Now, if it were the Cubs in the World Series, and you said I could get 4 games, Cubs win, or roll the dice, I got to take the Cubs winning. I think my fandom would, in that specific situation, would come first.
There's a certain comfort to knowing we got this one. It's all wrapped up. This is pretty nice. It's like the rest of the games is just a victory lap where you're like, man, this is awesome. We did it.
Yeah, when I'm watching Denver, it's like I'll take 31-3 like middle of the fourth
Yeah, but this
quarter.
is not a regular season game. I'm talking like when I was young, I was like, oh, I'm young. The Cubs, they're fun. I'm not young anymore. My grandmother died recently, and she was 95. She thought she would see the Cubs win. No dice. And so, I would like to get one in the chamber, if you know what I mean. Get one in the can.
I think I do. Another playoff series garnering the attention of the planet, the Cavaliers and Warriors. McLovin, what is the best NBA Finals you have ever seen?
That's an interesting question because I grew up in Philly, and my favorite one was seeing the Sixers win their one title in 83, 84. But the best one I've seen, I think it's the Jazz-Jordan Bulls series where Jordan got sick. Because that one was the one I thought the Bulls were going to lose. I was sure. I'm like, Jordan's sick. And then I think it ended with, that was the one where he pushed off at the end, right?
Yeah.
So that's the best one I've ever seen. Because also, the NBA Finals when they were on NBC, it was like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and it was just a big, big deal.
Remember Bulls against Barkley?
That was good,
92,
too,
90,
yeah.
93, I think it was, somewhere of 93. And there was a point where I really thought, like, the Bulls are going to lose this. Barkley was playing so well. Richard Dumas, Kevin Johnson, all those guys. I was like, I think the Bulls are going to lose this one. They came back.
Yeah.
Well, Warriors and Cavs is a real close one. And of course, Brian Scalabrine called in and talked about the Warriors' defensive struggles against LeBron.
It's going to be hard to take the ball out of LeBron's hands. My point would be this. If LeBron's going to play 50 minutes in that overtime game and the next team's going to play 46 minutes, why not, when he has the ball, why not pressure him? Why do you let LeBron walk the ball up the floor? When you already know you want to play fast break basketball, you want to increase the pace, but you just sit back and let him catch his breath. Even at the expense of extending out your defense, why not pressure him everywhere he has the ball? Because you have bodies to throw at him.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of different ways of looking at it. Bottom line is LeBron's going to, I'm no NBA analyst, but he's going to get his points. They can, Dan was talking a lot about that they got to double team him, but they can put 2 guys on him 3 guys on him. He's going to score. He scored 123 points the first 3 games, an NBA Finals record. So I'm not sure what they can really do. They've got to try to contain him in some way, but I think they, more importantly, need to get Curry and Thompson going early and get off to an early start. Because I agree with Dan. I think the winner of this game is gonna go all the way. And certainly, if Cleveland wins and goes up 3-1, Golden State's done.
It's pivotal. Pivotal. Seton, you've come out as an unabashed Matthew Dellavedova critic. Are you cheering for him to fail tonight or succeed?
Wow, that's really interesting because I want LeBron to get another ring. I would like the Cavaliers to win, and I would. It almost feels like the Dellavedova thing has to keep going. Like, it can't stop now. It would be like the biggest letdown in all of sports. He has to keep going on. Then who am I rooting against if he does poorly?
Yeah.
Who am I annoyed with if he does poorly?
Yeah, you're gonna be annoyed with Draymond Green.
I know. Who cares? Like, I have to be annoyed at somebody. I have to find fault in someone
It's
all
not
day.
like LeBron, as a person, needs a break. He's got some good things going for him.
Yeah, but I tend to side with LeBron because I think he's criticized unfairly and for really no reason. The dude's amazing, and I sort of appreciate greatness while you're watching it. And I don't know the rush to tear him down. That being said, the rush to greatness with Matthew Dellavedova, I'd love to tear down. Love to tear that down.
Well, Dellavedova has great value to the Cavaliers, and Scalabrine weighed in on just that topic.
Dellavedova is a ridiculous defensive player, and people don't understand that. He's not okay. He's ridiculous on defense. He's much better defensively than Kyrie Irving, and right now you need that because if Steph Curry gets going, the Cavs are in trouble. Remember, let's talk about how good LeBron is playing. He's shooting 40% from the field. Do you know there's never been a guy who won the MVP in the finals who has shot as low as LeBron right now? And we're talking about him playing off the charts, unbelievable. He's shooting 40.2%. If Steph makes some shots, all of a sudden people are looking at LeBron a lot differently.
It's amazing because my poll question this morning, who would you want? Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, or Matthew Dellavedova and Tristan Thompson? And everyone here disagreed with me, but Scalabrine said, I would take Love and Irving. Then he spent 10 minutes explaining why you have to have Dellavedova. Sorry, it's hard to say.
It is hard to say. All of us have messed it up.
Then he explained why you have to have Dellavedova on the court. And he also kind of took, was that a little jab at LeBron?
Seemed like that.
A little jab, just a little.
I felt that.
Who the hell?
You guys were trying to figure out whether Scalabrine was a journeyman. Paulie, is Dellavedova a future journeyman?
He's got journeyman written all over him. He's also got serviceable backup point guard written all over him. It's tough. I mean, I don't know what his contract situation is, but I'm guessing he doesn't have a long-term deal going on. This guy's going to make a couple bucks here, whether it be. Remember Jeremy Lin? This is a lot different. It's apples and oranges, but someone's going to pay this kid next year. So if you're him, let's say you won a title this year with the Cavs, and you got second place in the MVP voting, which right now that's where he is.
Sure.
And all of a sudden the Portland Trailblazers say we're going to give you $7 million for 4 years.
You jump on that.
Or the Cavs are going to give you a 2-year contract for 6.
He scored 4 points a game last year.
And he didn't get any better than the year before. I looked at his stats; they're the same.
Yeah.
This is a guy that
That's life-changing money. I mean, it's not in the world of sports. It's really small. But that being said, when you've made, say, I don't know, maybe you make $700,000, $900,000, maybe even $1 million a year. That's still to get that 7. That changes your whole life.
Another side too is interesting. This journeyman conversation. How does journeyman become a white basketball player thing? Like, there's some because
white guys are not really good at basketball.
Yeah, that's right.
And so they bounce around from team to team to team.
Yeah, but Leandro Barbosa that guy made an appearance in the final. He's been on like 9 teams in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
but he's not a journeyman. Where Matthew Dellavedova,
Chucky Atkins, journeyman, many different teams. Vincent Askew, former CBA star, true journeyman. Also
That's
athletic,
true.
though.
There's more journeymen than not, actually.
Sure, most
the majority of players
half the
are
league
journeymen.
Is journeymen.
Yeah.
White guys in the NBA, just like boy bands. I mean, what do you do with these white boys after you're done with them? All right, coming up, we talk to a guy who's behind some pretty funny movies. If I was to create an action movie, I would cast one person in it. Yes, the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. It can climb a hill, haul a trailer, plus kick ass in any European country while defusing a bomb and saving the world. Get more facts at Ram's IMDb page, ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Welcome back to the box score. Director-producer Judd Apatow called in today to talk to his big screen colleague, Dan Patrick. Seton, what is your favorite Judd Apatow movie?
Probably 40-Year-Old Virgin. I would say that's about as good as it gets. Did he do Slap in the Bass? Is that a Judd Apatow? Yeah.
He either produced, directed,
He's
or
got
wrote
something to do with it.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
I
not him at all.
loved that movie.
It's like
I thought
John
that movie
Hughes
was
in the
riot.
80s. He
Yeah.
had his fingers on something. You know,
that was so great.
Slap in the Bass,
Yeah.
I Love You Man, underrated. Probably didn't do as well as others.
As it should have, yeah.
I loved Funny People. I thought that's Sandler's best movie in the past decade. I really love Funny People with, and again, what's his name steals that.
You know, wait a minute. Now, Funny People. Is that the Sandler?
Yeah,
is that the
kinda
where he's dying?
That movie was awesome.
Really
that
good.
was really good. Yeah.
What about you guys? Are definitely put 40-Year-Old Virgin over Superbad. Keep in mind, Superbad was first.
Half of Superbad was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yep.
The other half was not.
I thought This Is 40 was hysterical. I'm not sure how you guys felt, but Dan. was
You
not
and This
big
Is
on it.
40.
I just
You
thought
always
it had
bring that
many
movie up.
Hilarious
By
parts.
definition, it's worse than 40-Year-Old Virgin because it came afterwards.
I just thought it was great. That's by far my favorite.
I had to tell you, I've seen that movie. I don't agree with it.
You weren't like hysterically.
I know
laughing
John
at
was
some of
good.
this?
No.
He's like sitting on the toilet trying to avoid his family and everything. It was just too funny.
It's zany.
Is it
It's
Strike
just
Home?
funny stuff. These are all movies, by the way,
It
that I'm
takes an
sure
hour and a
Dan
half for me.
Patrick will never watch. Of course, Apatow called in to talk about his new movie, Trainwreck, starring Amy Schumer, my sister as Kat, the horny suburban wife, little drop for her, and of course, LeBron James.
Nice.
Here's the weird thing. LeBron is funny as hell. If people spend quality time like we have with LeBron, you're just more impressed. I mean, he came onto a set with like a lot of really funny professional comedians, and he's as funny as them. He's not doing like some cameo in the movie where he just does a couple of lines really stiffly and walks away. He's one of the stars of the movie, and he kills in every scene. And as a comedy person, it annoys me because I went into comedy because I was so bad at sports. Like, this was my area. I don't like when an athlete is good at what I do.
I love Judd's honesty there. I thought that was really cool. And he's like, this is my world, and we're going to give you a little part in the movie. And you're amazing at sports, amazing at basketball. But for LeBron to come in, and Shaq also has, I guess, that reputation as well. That he did a really good job acting and being funny and all that. And for Judd to just kind of put it out there and say, that kind of, even though Judd was part of the group to give LeBron the opportunity in the first place, it sounded like he was hoping to have to coach him a little bit, or that LeBron wouldn't be so great at just jumping right onto the set and fitting in. But it sounds like he did great from the get-go. So now he's amazing at the NBA level and also in the acting world.
I'll tell you, I couldn't think of anything more intimidating than being in a room full of professional comedians and professional comedic actors. We were in a small scene in That's My Boy, and it's Adam Sandler's in it. I mean, legendary. Andy Samberg, who you wouldn't want to mess with in a comedy battle.
No.
And even, what's her name? Susan Sarandon's been around a long time. We kept our mouth shut. And I'm not one to keep my mouth shut. I shut up and just watch because, and the idea of being in a scene where, imagine if we had like 4 or 5 lines. I would have honestly probably had a stomachache trying to think, do I try to keep up with people? Do I do what they tell me? Do I try to be just naturally funny if you have any ability? I would not want to battle with a professional comedian. When I worked at Sirius, I was talking to Artie Lang, and he was making jokes, kind of jabbing me. And I started to jab back, and he was like, don't even. He like said to his son, don't even try to go here. I do this for a living. I'm like, yes, Mr. Lang, you're correct. And I just tapped out.
Oh, that's probably a good call there. McLovin, of course, your nickname is from Superbad, a movie which Apatow produced. Today, you started the chatter where you wanted to change your nickname, though. Paulie, is one allowed to change their nickname?
He had an opportunity a long time ago. It's like Tony Dorsett going from Dorset to Dorset, but he did it when he left Pitt and joined the Cowboys. Joe Theismann was Thiesman, then Theismann at Notre Dame. McLovin, I think it's too late. The brand is locked in. I always liked Pearl. I thought Pearl was a good nickname because no one else has that.
And imagine the uproar if you even thought about it.
I don't think anyone would give a crap.
I don't think I ever had a chance. I don't think there ever really was a way.
Yeah, we don't have a fan base that's going to riot in the streets. But I think...
don't underestimate them, Paul.
Yeah, they love us.
Don't underestimate them, okay?
But I think you had a chance. And
I don't think I really had a chance. I don't think Dan was ever going to waver off McLovin.
We have a cameraman who works here, and his nickname was Sideshow, because his resemblance to Sideshow Bob from the TV show Simpsons.
Yeah.
Now, he's been called that for probably at least 2 years. And I asked him one day, I go, do you like that nickname? He's like, no, I don't like that at all. I'm like, good. So what would you like to be called? And his name is Mike or Michael. And so now he got the opportunity to go with it, and it stuck. And it's probably worse than if he just stuck with Sideshow.
Well, it's actually had like there's a little bit of shrapnel too.
Hello, Mike.
Because right now everyone says hi, Mike or Michael.
And they blame
it's
him.
awkward because it's awkward that we call him his real name, and now Ian is now known as Ian,
Right.
who had nothing to do with this.
Nothing.
He had nothing to do with it other than sort of being next to him, being like, oh, okay, I guess you're Ian now.
And somehow Mike, the cameraman, is going to get judged as being a prima donna for saying, "Oh, I want to get rid of this nickname and be
My
known
actual
as
name.
my actual name." When it was
Oh, okay.
completely me.
Okay, Mike.
McLovin, you had that chance years ago. It would have been tough to pull off.
I think Dan's laziness is where McLovin really came from. Like, he didn't want to bother to know my real name.
That's true.
Yeah, and I don't think that ever changed. I think, I'm not even sure he knows my real name.
But you can't. It's okay. It's tough to choose your own nickname.
Yes, very tough.
That almost never happens.
But he
almost
had
never.
one.
Well, right, but not to us. And then he's like, well, I don't really like McLovin. I like Pearl because it sounds kind of cool. That's not the way that you approach Dan with these kind of things. Yeah, because I like Pearl. I'm like, no, that's not going to work.
Well, if you have any suggestions, you can tweet us at the Box Score Show. And if you want to tweet Andrew, I would warn you, you'll probably be blocked immediately following that. All right, coming up, things are going from suburban to urban. Watch out. We are back here on the Box Score. Guys, as we move closer to the end of the Stanley Cup Final, I am still gobsmacked how little people know about the great sport of hockey. Of course, myself included in that. That's why I went to the only dictionary I know, the Urban Dictionary, to follow along with Doc Emmerich and figure out what the hell he was talking about last night. So today I will give you a definition from the Urban Dictionary, and you give me the hockey word or hockey term associated with that definition. We will give, of course, Paulie and McLovin a chance to redeem themselves after being swished by Fritzy and Seton last week. All right, Team Paul Lovin is up first, and this is an easy one. Here's your definition. The act of participating in a drinking game where the loser must chug a Smirnoff Ice while on bended knee.
Zamboni? What is Zamboni?
Is it Zamboni?
Everybody got it wrong. Everybody.
I'm sorry, the term we were looking for is icing.
That's a hell of a guess.
Icing. Icing is what we were looking for.
That's a nice guess, though.
All right, Team Setzi, another easy one for you, your first easy one. Your definition is a container fitted with little poles on the inside to help break up marijuana for easier blunt rolling.
I don't know, the penalty box.
Sometimes this year.
Oh, the hot penalty, penalty.
Yeah.
The penalty hot box.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Is it hot box?
Everybody got it wrong. Everybody.
I'm sorry, the hockey term we were looking for is grinder. Grinder.
Somebody get the grinder. I've never.
Yeah, okay. Team Pauloff, up next. Your definition is the guy in your office that can't score and make sure you don't either.
Oh, would that be goon? Would that be enforcer?
Like defenseman?
Yeah, defense.
The goalie?
Can't score, make sure you don't either. That's kind of a goon.
A shot blocker?
Enforcer?
Yeah.
Is it enforcer?
Everybody got it wrong.
I'm sorry. The term we were looking for, of course, is goalie. Goalie. Get your minds out of the gutter. Okay. Team O'Totter, your definition is when a woman's stomach sticks out further than her breast.
And this is a goalie term. I mean, a hockey term.
It's a hockey term.
So it's not a. Cause I know the one that's a gut and something else mixed together.
Oh, no, no,
It's
no.
a hockey
That's
term,
not
for
it.
God's sakes. None of those are hockey terms that you're thinking of.
Some kind of like.
Boarding?
Sticks out.
I think do you know?
Boarding.
Offsides.
Offsides?
Is
would
it
go
offsides?
I'm going to go.
Hell to the yes.
Yeah! Nailed it!
Wanted to stop you before you talk yourself out of that. Okay, Team Pandrew, your definition is a drinking game where each participant is slapped across the face after taking a swig of liquor.
Slap shot.
We're going to try to steal it.
Slap shot, it's gotta be. Slap shot.
Is it slap shot?
Hell to the yes.
Well done, gentlemen. And finally, Team C, Todd, your definition is a party foul where the drinker spills and must then suck the booze up off the floor, table, or person they spilled on.
Oh, I'm going to say that's a Zamboni. Yeah. That's got to be a Zamboni.
Yeah, does that have to be a Zamboni?
Hell to the
We're all waiting
yes.
for Zamboni.
Wow.
Zamboni. That sounds familiar.
I think Paulie should get half. You guys should get half a point for that.
Brock,
There's no
I was
way
once at a party and a high-level ESPN executive Zamboni'd the table whilst wearing like a polo sweater and tie, and we were cleaning off the table with his body. And he's now probably like 5th in command of the company, but he was pulling a full Zamboni 15 years ago.
That's great.
I like that. Zamboni. You know what? That does sound familiar, though. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Are you ready? Go.
No, wait, let me get the salt.
That's great.
Yeah, there
Why
was
am I not
salt on
embarrassed on
Fritzy.
that?
I just don't want to say how it got there.
That was impressive. That was
All right, the
Why am I
winning
not
team of the
embarrassed?
Urban Dictionary Danley Cup is, of course, Fritzy and Seton. Congratulations. Well played, gentlemen. This is the box score. Of course, we are taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. No. It's going to cut down the nets and carry around the Stanley Cup. It's that badass. All right, get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Welcome back to Box Score, closing up shop here at the Old Saloon. A lot of athletes have tattoos, that's for sure, but the NBA especially. But there was one that popped up, I think yesterday or today. No, it was last night, I think, or maybe the night before, who knows. I can't make much sense of it, though. Kyrie Irving of the Cavaliers put this on his Instagram. This is a shot of him with a Friends tattoo on his arm. Kyrie was probably 2 years old when that Friends started this run. Paulie, I mean, would you guess Kyrie for a Friends natic?
I wouldn't guess any male to get a Friends tattoo. I actually blame the tattoo person for giving that. That shouldn't be in a tattoo guy's repertoire. He should not allow people. Tattoo artists shouldn't just put whatever people want. I mean, see, you back me up here. Just because he wanted Friends, you can't let another guy get Friends.
Give him a chance to sleep on it, or
give him a chance to sleep on it.
Because you're going to change your mind on it.
You know, I guess Kyrie's probably got a lot of dough. He'd probably say, "Hey, I'm going to pay you this much." I would have said no.
So, what about the Danettes getting that? Would you, the guy who put that on sugar?
Like a box score logo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Friends is kind of a light.
Which is worse,
rom-com.
having Todd's head and my head on your leg, or Friends?
Friends is much worse.
I kind of agree with you.
And I generally like that show. There's nothing wrong with that show. But it's not like you're getting like a Roman warrior on your back. Exactly.
It's so strange.
I have to admit, it really surprised me. I still don't totally
But
get
tell
it.
me you guys didn't love making that Friends open.
I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
pretty great. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
we felt the magic there a little bit.
I feel like there's
But we
something.
were spoofing it. A tattoo, if it was one day and he could take it off and it's funny. Like, would you get Everybody Loves Raymond tattooed on your forearm if I bought it?
But not in a billion years.
Right.
No?
That's correct.
No.
That's the right answer.
Seton, what would have to happen for you to get a Dan Patrick Show tattoo?
A significant check would have to be written to my name.
Why, dude? That's a big part of your life. You wouldn't get it?
No. No, I wouldn't.
McLovin, if you were to get a TV show tattooed on you, what show would that be?
Wow, a TV show tattoo. I want it to be something tough. Because if I was going to tattoo, I want it to be like one of those things where the fishermen almost get killed. What's that thing called?
Deadliest Catch. That's good.
Deadliest Catch. Yeah, you don't want to go like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. You want to go
Get like a nice
Catch.
Phil Harris Deadliest Catch tattoo.
Yes.
A lot of street cred there.
Yeah, no, it's like the McNeil News Hour. That's not a lot of street cred there.
Right, like
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, like Gwen Eifel's face on there. No, that's not going to do it.
Fritzy, you're not a man that gets tattoos, but I would imagine you write stuff down on yourself a lot. What was the last thing you wrote on your body with a pen?
Last thing I wrote on my body was probably like an athlete or a PR person's phone number, because maybe I didn't have a business card or a piece of paper handy, and I wanted to make sure I didn't lose the opportunity. So I would probably say something work related. I never wrote anyone's like a girl's phone number down on my body or anything
Really?
like that. No, I never did that.
Wow.
Were you more concerned about ink poisoning? And I'm not really comfortable with that entering my bloodstream.
Did you just not get any girls' numbers?
It was a combination of either not getting it or just like, I'll try to memorize
This
it.
could smudge onto my white linen sport coat that I got up from.
Don't want to have the paper made pen ink on.
Did that ever happen to you? Did you ever pick up girls in bars? You don't strike me as that type.
That wasn't really the girls I went out with usually were people that I either worked with like in a camp or someone like classmates with school and everything like that. But and I didn't really do the bar scene trying to hook up.
I don't know if I ever met a girl outside a bar. I'm trying to think if I ever met a girl at a respectable location. No.
All right, the man who found his wife in the most respectable location. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
Shaquille O'Neal is going to join us tomorrow. We're working on some other stuff, but right now Shaq will be
Third
back.
appearance in 3 weeks.
He will recap Game 4 with us, and we'll find out if he's referring to our McLovin or if he thinks that's Christopher Mintz-Plasse from Superbad.
Fantastic. Shaq Diesel. Thank you, gentlemen. We are back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Podcast available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Cheers.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!